Okay, so we're on to top tip number 3. I did talk about this in top tip number 1 about breaking the ice. So we've gone through break the ice, and then we're also saying what's in it for them. The third tip is ask open questions. So instead in break the ice is that something that you can do straight away is ask a question. What this does is that it will hopefully engage the audience, and they will be involved from the get-go, from the start. But what's more important and easier to do is to ask an open question. So what I'm going to do is just describe what an open question is. It might be easier to actually describe what a closed question is, and then I can compare it to what an open question is. A closed question is where you will get a reply either yes or no. So an example of this may be, do you drive a machine? The reply will say yes or no. Did you have breakfast this morning? Yes or no. Have you been to this site before? Yes or no. Have you worked for this company before? Yes or no. These questions or these replies stop a conversation straight away, unless that person is confident, wants to engage, and will actually elaborate on their answer. The reason why top tip number 3 is ask open questions is that what we're trying to do is ask a question where the recipient has to elaborate more than a yes or no. So an example, when we look at open questions, these are all begin with either how, why, where, when, which, and all these different types of questions that come after those words. It's a lot easier or a lot more difficult for the recipient to answer one words. The benefit of that is that they will be more engaged, they will share more, and they will feel as if they're more involved in the conversation, involved in the Toolbox talk, briefing or presentation. So a typical example of this would be thinking of the Toolbox talk title and straight away asking someone or the group is to say, how much do you know about the Toolbox talk that you're about to give? Then the recipients, the people, will actually engage their brain, think about, well, how much do I know about this? It's a lot different to actually saying, have you ever heard about the Toolbox talk title? The recipients can go, have they? Yes. Haven't they? No. So what we want to do, top tip number 3 is ask open questions whereby the recipient has to elaborate more than just saying one-word answers. This again will take the pressure off you, get other people discussing, and share the experiences of the group. Top tip number 3, ask open questions.